even though his mouth, he said he did not know him. So see, in that instance, Peter claimed not to know God, but his actions denied him, in the sense that his actions, his life, his mannerisms, what he did, said he did know Jesus. So we have to examine our lives. We have to look at our lives. No one can do this for us. We must do this. And examine our lives and say, where does our strength come from? Am I just merely claiming to know God, or do I really know God? Do I really know Jesus? If so, then my actions will not deny Jesus. The way I live my life will not deny him. Deny him in the sense of, okay, I say I am a Christian, but when I do this, I don't look like a Christian. Right? I say I am, but I do something. The old saying that parents could say to their kids is do what I say, but don't do what I do. And there are a ton of Christians out there that don't do what they say. They say one thing and they live a different way. But you don't have to live there. See, they wanted to know wherein his strength was. They wanted to stop Samson because Samson was afflicting them. Samson just would come in and tear up their world. And so they had to send in someone to deceive Samson to try to find out, and her name was Delilah, to try to find out. And that's what the devil does. He comes in and he will put people in your path, put people around you to deceive you, to lead you down and lead you away from God. To reinforce that which you know only in your head, but not in your life. You see, it's one thing if you live something. Now, I can go and I can build a crate. You can't tell me I don't know how to build a crate. I can build a wooden crate for a picture like you wouldn't believe. Or for whatever, an antique spinning wheel. It doesn't make any difference. You can't tell me that I can't do that. I say I can do it, and I can do it, because I've done it. By my actions, you see, I can build a crate. By my actions, I can make potato salad. I've made potato salad before. I don't just say gee, I know how to make potato salad, and I've never made it. No, I have made potato salad. You see my point? If you're a Christian and you say you're a Christian, then your life should be that. It should be there every day. If it's not, get on your knees and pray. Say, God, where do we need to start? What needs to be fixed? What do we need to change here? You see, it's by their strength. You see, they had to send someone in to deceive him, and that's what the devil will try to do. He can only deceive you in the realm that your flesh is not crucified. That, as we said, the lion has not been defeated. The lion eater, the carcass, is not laying there at your feet, whereby God puts in the honey, puts the blessing in. They wanted to know where his strength, so they sent in a deceiver, and she tried, and he would say this, and then she would try again, and not what Samson told her wasn't the truth, and he gets close to the truth, in telling her what the truth, where his strength was. Verse 16 of chapter 16 says, And it came to pass when she, Delilah, pressed him daily with her words, and urged him so that his soul was vexed unto death. Wow, she just nagging him to death, wasn't she? Then he told her all his heart, and said unto her, There is not a razor came upon my head, for I have been a Nazarite unto God from my mother's womb. If I be shaven, then my strength will go from me, and I shall become weak and be like any other man. And when Delilah saw that he had told her all his heart, she sent and called for the Lord of the Philistines, Come up this once, for he hath shown me all his heart. And so, they came up and shaved his head. But it wasn't so much the length of his hair, it was the God had called him to live as a Nazarite. that God had called him to live. God had told him to live this way. And when he revealed that to Delilah, the deceiver, they came in and they removed his hair. He was no longer a Nazarite. He was no longer living the way God had called him to live, told him to live. Isn't that right? God told him, don't ever shave your hair. Live as a Nazarite. What was one of the things to be a Nazarite? Never could cut your hair. You see, it wasn't the length of the hair that gave him his strength. The strength came from he lived the way God told him to live. Where does your strength come from? It's in obeying Jesus in all that he says. Amen? You have no strength. How do you want to, if you lack strength, check out your obedience file. I had an opportunity to work on computers. I don't do very well at it, and times I need help. My knowledge is limited. A file may come up and pop up and says, it's missing this file. And so we have to check in our files. We have to check in our computer system, our mind. Am I obeying God? Am I walking in obedience today? I only have strength. My strength is only to the degree that I am obeying God. I am walking in his truth. I walk in truth, therefore I am strong. If I do not walk in truth, then I am not strong. The devil can come in and push me around, beat me up, lead me down a path that's going to destroy my life. You see, that's the thing about the lion. When he killed the lion, he killed the flesh eater. He killed that which would consume his life. He killed that which would lead him away from God. But if you don't allow God to kill the lion, you see the Spirit of the Lord came upon him and he killed the lion. The Spirit of the Lord must come upon you for your flesh to die, for the flesh eater to die, for the flesh that would consume your life die, so that that disobedience that you're walking in would die. The Spirit of the Lord must come upon you. That's that relationship. It only happens in a relationship with Jesus Christ. And that's not just, like we said, Titus 1:6, claim no God, but by their actions they deny him. So it wasn't just the length of his hair, it was that Samson was living his life according to the way God called him to live, and that was to be a Nazarite. It wasn't just the length of his hair. It had really nothing to do with the length of his hair. God called him to live this way. God has called each of us to live a certain way today. And if we don't live that way, then we're in disobedience and we're not going to be blessed. God will not bless your disobedience. In fact, if you walk in disobedience, then it gives the devil permission to come in and destroy your life, to lead you down a path of destruction where he will destroy your life. It says that the devil came what? Jesus came that we might have life. The devil comes what? He comes to seek, to kill, destroy. Kill and destroy you. You see, you think, oh, it's okay, I'm okay, no problem. You stay over there, devil, in your corner, and I'll stay over here. He don't play fair. Pardon my English. The devil doesn't play fair. There's no rules for him. There's no guidelines for him. God puts up the guidelines. God puts up the rules. But if you don't obey God and you walk in disobedience, the rules have just been thrown out the window. The guidelines are gone. You threw them out. Now the devil has free reign. Raise your hand if you want the devil to have free reign in your life. No hands are no. Of course, you're not going to volunteer for that. But if you walk in disobedience, as Samson did here, he's told to live a certain way. He told